Overall, it's a pre-season that I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed working with the players. Very much looking forward to getting back to crowds again, which is obviously something that we haven't experienced, and it comes around again. Pre-seasons are pre-seasons, and they're enjoyable, and then the games start, and that's obviously completely different. I think a very good side. I think they have an outstanding manager. If I look at the job that he's done, not just last season, but over the last few seasons, where he's taken them, I thought they were a very good team last year. We had two tough games against them, and if I look at their position in the league, they eased away from that a bit towards the end with some good wins. They have a way of playing, and particularly I think Mark, being the striker that he was, lots of really good combinations in their offensive play. So I think it'll be a very tough game. They can change their system a little bit. I think they've recruited well. We expect a very tough game. Well, if we're talking about an away crowd, I think it's quite normal at times for an away crowd to sound louder than the home crowd. Depending on what the atmosphere is like, and certainly with an away crowd, they know that they have perhaps a little bit more responsibility to be heard. And I think that comes with the territory. So yes, they can make a difference. I have no doubts that they'll vocally get behind the team, because this is their first time for quite some time. So I think they've also got a fair bit of steam to let off, and for what they do will definitely have an effect on the team. No, I must admit I've been delighted with all the young lads, and particularly with the type of pre-season that we've had. We've worked with a lot of the under-23s as well, and I've been delighted with how they have been in training, and it's been quite refreshing. It's certainly got me to know the under-23 group even better than I did last year. And I think as regards the games, it's probably no surprise that Jordan Gabriel and Brennan Johnson are the two that have featured mostly in the game. So they are two in particular that have done well this pre-season. But overall, I've been delighted with all of them. Well, I think by the time it's come around, I suppose it wasn't the biggest surprise, but I do know that he was still keeping his options open at the end of last season. He's had a wonderful career, and there are probably the majority of players wouldn't have played on average to the age that Michael has. And around them experiences are some great achievements. Obviously played for great clubs, but I think you'll be remembered for probably a couple of reasons. One, because of the quality of player that he is, his background, of course, here, and the way that he developed. But I think as a personality as well. For us, that I've had the pleasure of working with him on two occasions, of course, here and at Tottenham, and he is an absolutely wonderful person and player to work with, and that I'm quite sure would be the exact same sentiments from every manager that he worked under. So I think it's a congratulations to him. I think he'll be a success in whatever he does. Possibly whether that's media or so, or coming back into the game as a coach or a manager. At this moment, the only injury we have is Nuno da Costa. That I think will be. I think we're hoping it's going to be training next week. So he's out with a groin problem. I think from the moment that he got it to sort of being back, I think would have been about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. We expect him hopefully to train on Monday.